Welcome back everybody, Brian from T-sportline, continuing on with our Cybertruck DIY PPF film installation video series. And now we're gonna move on to the front of the Frunk. First of all, I've got the truck set in extract mode. So I've gone to off-road settings and then I've set the suspension to extract mode, the highest mode. Then I've popped the Frunk, and you can manually set this where you want it. And again, I'm getting it close to where I'm comfortable working with it, and I can see the whole thing. Now, let's dive right in. Like we've done on other panels, we're gonna start by spraying this down with our slip solution. And we're basically washing off any last little dust that may have landed on this before we get started. Squeegee it off. When you're doing this, it's great to inspect it. This area would be prone to having residual bug or something stuck in there that you missed. I see one right here. We'll come back and get that. So any dirt or bugs or tar or debris that are stuck to the panel are not going to look good with PPF. Right up here, I've got some sort of grime or bug. Now I'm gonna grab my alcohol solution and microfiber towel, and we're gonna clean that up. So one spot was a scratch in the stainless steel, and one spot was indeed something sticking to the hood. I'm doing my inspection now, just making sure any fingerprints or stains I'm getting with this alcohol. I'd rather get them and be safe. So some of these I've hit and realized they're scratches from pebbles or rocks or something hitting this part of the hood. Yep. So we had one or two bugs or something stuck on there, and the rest were scratches. So I'm going to go back now. Same thing, final wash down. Looks good. I've got the PPF laid out. I'm going to spray the whole thing down with the slip solution again. Starting on the edge. Coming all the way to the middle. And we'll go back. And repeat from this side. All the way back to the middle. Give it one last wet down on the top side. Same on the panel, fully soaking everything. Now with a friend or on your own, you can grab this. Careful not to get it on my clothing. And I will get this starting on the edge. Come around. Just get it roughed into place. And this is where we're going to start sliding the film around to get it lined up with the edges. Let's start on the top edges. Top edge is where I'm going to be focused here. I'm going to start pulling it to get the edges equally gapped on both sides. So because of a little bit of curvature in this front piece, we're going to end up doing a little bit of stretching on this piece. Now, we're lining up the top edge and then setting the gap on the outer edge where the film edge versus the edge of the panel is equal on both sides. Again, let's set this top edge, follow it all the way out, and I can slide this around. Pulled it up here. Now, this gap here versus this gap over here. Double check my top edge. This edge gap over here matches the edge gap over here, so we've got it centered. Now I just want to make sure this top edge is as close as I can get it all the way across. Okay, let's start squeegeeing this in place. Okay, it's looking pretty good. We've lined up this top edge and just making sure left to right our edges line up, or the gap toward the edge is equal on both sides. Looks pretty good. Top edge. A little bit of twisting on this end. The middle piece lining up, looks good. Just take your time and line it up. Slides with your hands. Okay. Looks pretty good. Make sure we're wet on the top side. I'm going to grab my squeegee. So left to right, it's lined up. Top edge is going to be my focus right now. And I'm going to hold that right where I want it on this top edge, just like this. Hold it here. It's lined up top. And I'm going to come in the middle and lock it down. Okay? This edge looks good. Top edge looks good. Come down a little bit out here. And these ends, it's maybe a little twisting. Okay, so it looks good. I'm gonna hold this top edge and work my way over. Okay, that looks good. I can still move it a little bit, and I can come out this way. Notice I had a little bubble right there. Okay, now check this side. Come down a little bit on the top. I'm just kind of dragging it with my hand. Check this outer edge. And I want to get over this bend in the sheet metal, and not too far. And let's see. Lined up this top edge, and I'm going to swipe over. It needs a little tweak up toward the end. Okay. Work my way down. And that looks really nice. Let's do the same over here now. Check my edges. Corner looks good. Make sure that top edge is where I want it. Start working my way across. A little bit of a bubbling going down here, so I'm going to move out this way to get over this bend. And it's going to pull the film just a tiny bit to keep this tight. Now back out here, just checking edges. And if it goes over the edge a little bit, that's not a concern. We can trim that later, but it should fit really close to the edge. This looks really good. I'm going to squeegee this right on out. Got a little bit of bubbling here, so I'm going to go in both directions. that down. Okay. See some little bubbles here. Hit them again. I'm going to do a good inspection now on edges. Make sure everything is where I want it. If I have any issues, bubbles, wrinkles, edge alignment, check our help videos for tips on that. Everything looks really nice. I'm going to go back over it with the slip solution one more time. We'll go all the way this time, all the way over. Squeegee just glides very smooth. Looks good. Same on this side. Got a small bubble on the edge here. And I've had one or two pop up over here. This side looks good. So I can keep squeegeeing this carefully, and when you see a bubble, a little bubble right here, I got to get it away from that corner and then find the shortest path out to the edge. So we just got that little bubble out. I've got one recurring finger over here. I'm going to have you come in close over here and we'll show you what we can do with this. We're going to hit that with the stick solution. Okay, this panel looks good. So on this edge right here, I'm going to spray a little bit of my stick solution right into that bubble and then squeegee it out. May take a couple of tries. Okay, that's stuck. If it pops up again, here's one right here. You can see. Spray a little of my stick solution up in there. May take a couple of tries, but we'll get that. Okay, inspection looks good. That's going to do it for this front panel. I'm going to keep an eye on this, and if anything else bubbles up, we'll spray a little stick solution in there and wipe out the edge. But that's it for the Frunk. Thanks everybody for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next video.